Have you ever thought about the lives of others? It could be your loved ones, your friends, or even the pets and animals in the world.
1984.
East Berlin is where the German film The Lives of Others, or Das Leben der Anderen 2006, takes place. A dedicated Stasi officer, Gerd Wiesler, played by Ulrich Mühe, is sent to do a surveillance on a famous playwright as he has proven his loyalty to the Communist Party and has received approval to spy on the man and his lover, Christa Maria, an actress played by Martina Gedeck. The reason for this operation was due to Wiesler's doubts about the famous playwright. But Wiesler was proven wrong and grew sympathetic to the couple. As Wiesler's superior had a growing interest in the playwright's better half, Christa Maria, they ended up bringing her in for questioning, and Wiesler was tasked to get the playwright out of the way. Eventually, the once stunned Stasi officer begins to intervene in their lives in a positive and protective way. It ends up backfiring and catching up to Wiesler's life, and even though no proof exists, but later he is informed that both the operation and his career is over. The Lives of Others is a German drama mystery thriller directed by Florian Henckel von Donnersmarck. The movie went on to win an Oscar for Best Foreign Language Film of the Year in 2007. In an article written by A.O. Scott for the New York Times, he said that The Lives of Others is a supremely intelligent, unfailing, honest look at the shadowy past in German history. When it comes to the principles of film form, there are three principles in which I was able to identify in the movie. Firstly is similarity and repetition. The beginning of the film, you can see prisoner number 227 being questioned about a certain set of questions by the interrogator. Later in the film, upon hearing the recording, it can be heard during the replay during his lecture that the answers were word for word the same. He said that this is the second time in which the same questions were asked and that people who tell the truth can reformulate things, and they do, whilst the liar has prepared sentences which they fall back on when under pressure. Aside from that, the way the prisoners were brought in for questionings and the way they sat and positioned themselves is similar to each other. Next is function. In the synopsis, it can be seen that the Stasi officer, Gerd Wiesler's main drive is hearing in on the wiretap inside the playwright's house and details his hearings and the recordings down that take place within the playwright's home. This then makes his character very invested in the life of the playwright and soon sympathizes with him and helps him. Lastly, a principle of film form in which I was able to analyze in the film is the development. Development can be prominently found through the character of Officer Gerd Wiesler. The beginning of the film shows the stiff, strict, heartless officer Gerd Wiesler and that he was there to get his job done and not play a fool. But after listening in on the wiretap and doing the surveillance, Gerd Wiesler soon shows compassion, sympathy, and also deeply wants to help the other party. Development essentially places similar and different elements within a pattern in the film. After watching this film, I realized there was a deeper meaning behind the story. It essentially shows the story of struggles within the Germans' everyday life and the immense power in law enforcement and the standard in which they hold. I felt that the citizens don't have the ability to speak freely on issues and are instead being kept quiet or imprisoned for doing the right thing. Personally, I felt that the movie is something very much for me, as I've always taken an interest in the work of policing. So it's interesting to see what old foreign police work and the interrogation process was like. And also, I did study a bit of German history during the World War II, so it was kind of cool to see how the Germans existed after the whole moment of the World War. However, if you don't enjoy watching relatively slow-paced movies, foreign films, or policing movies, then this might not be for you.